everyone. Welcome back to the reality
Showgirls.
And
we have a special guest today. Oh my God. It's our wonderful friend, our honestly probably number one listener, Mr. Kevin. Oh my God.
Hi, everyone.
Woo!
I'm very nervous. This is my first pod.
Oh my God. Don't be nervous. We're so happy that you're here.
Pop that cherry, baby.
Mm-hmm. It's like you guys are Nick Viall, or who are the big podcasters even?
I don't know. We're just
call her daddy.
You know who I listen
to?
Miley Cyrus's mom and sister. They have a podcast.
Yeah, I used to listen to Brandy's other podcast because she does a podcast with Wells Adams about The Bachelor. Mm-hmm. That was like my first podcast that I ever listened to.
It's like FYT or something.
YFT, Your Favorite Things podcast.
See, I'm
Okay. We have some housekeeping.
Yeah. So before we get into the episode, just want to remind you guys that we are out here trying to be big like these podcasts that we just named. So help us out and, like us, follow us, rate us 5 stars on any platform that you can. Okay, don't stalk us. I prefer not. Eleni, please.
People do that.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I really take that back.
Yeah. What are we going to do with you?
But honestly,
we're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. We're on
YouTube.
Thank you.
YouTube. Thank you.
We're everywhere all at once.
Are you on X?
We haven't gotten there yet, but I'm trying to convince Eleni to do that.
Yeah, I don't think we should.
What?
Threads? Threads?
It's toxic. Who goes on Threads?
I don't know, but I keep getting notifications that people are on it, and I'm like,
true.
That's not me.
I'm actually confused about Threads because do you just naturally follow the same people that you follow on Instagram, or it's a whole separate entity?
I think you follow the people you follow on Instagram. I think it's meant to be like Instagram's version of Twitter. At least that's what the posts look like.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
So we have so many social medias, whatever they may be. So follow us on them and then, share the pod with whoever you think would love some reality TV talk, musical theater talk, because that's what we're here for.
And comment.
Anyway.
People comment. You need to add, even if it's like heart, middle finger, add something, please.
Cancel me. I don't care.
Our fan is telling you how to be just like him, okay? You need to be doing what Kevin does.
Just engage with the content, and that helps. Okay, just a really quick story, though. Really quick. Really quickly, though. But I met this guy at a party. He's like a singer. Whatever. Not for me, taste-wise, music-wise, whatever. But I just creeped him this morning. One of his reels or something went viral, and now he's like 16,000 followers. And it was all just because he posted something about like, engage with this post, and everyone started commenting, and then he was replying to the comments. Now it's like, got a bajillion views. So we need that engagement.
So the post isn't even anything interesting? It's just him saying engage with the post?
Well, it was something like, like this before I blow up and I'll reply to your comment or like something. And now he's got
So
but
random.
it blew up because I saw him this morning and I was like scrolling and I was like, oh, but if you're listening to this, your music's great.
Oh my God.
Love that. Okay,
That's
Kevin,
wild.
let's get into who are you? Who is Kevin? How do we know
Who's
Kevin?
Kevin? How do we know Kevin? What's happening?
We know Kevin from our performing world.
We met on the mouse
We met on the mouse ship, and we are still friends today. How wonderful is that?
To tell the tale.
So fun.
The tale is old as time. Power of friendship.
Tale is old as time. Every time that song comes on to
every
podcast
single time
It really
Mrs.
does.
Potts makes an entrance to this podcast.
There you have it.
There we go.
Okay, so Kevin, we are on the mouse boat, and what's our question for you?
Yes.
We have to interview
What's your favorite reality TV show to watch?
Also, first off, everyone, I am an actor, so hello. Yeah, we got to throw it out there, please. You are in the words of a good friend of mine, thoughts shape realities, so we've got to speak it into existence. Winnie, do you know who that friend is?
No.
That sounds like someone I know.
What?
Wait, who is
Doctor Strange, people, please.
Oh my God.
I'm thinking my actual friend, okay?
Now you saying friend, and I forget that we said that on the ship for those kind of people.
So wait, the favorite reality show.
Yeah, your favorite reality TV show.
Okay, well, I thought Eleni was my sister in Christ with this, but she's not. I'm a Bravo girly, so I love my Real Housewives. Like, I love all of them. I'm currently watching all the Real Housewives. New Jersey just finished up.
Did you see the finale?
I did. Now, I have to know, Eleni, are you a Teresa or Melissa?
Oh, God, I'm scared.
What does it mean?
Say yours first, and then I'll either.
No, I'm scared. You go first. I'm too scared.
I like Teresa. I'll say it.
Okay, thank God. Same.
Like, I just don't get the Melissa hype. I'm sorry. I don't.
I think Whitney needs to see what these people look like, and then I think you could just make the decision based off how they look. Oh, okay, sorry.
I'm judging by their looks.
I'm judging
by the cover.
No, it's
toxic though. They're doing
yeah.
Or what are they doing? They're putting it on pause and reevaluating or something.
It's just like a revamp. You know, that we saw this with the Real Housewives of Atlanta as well. Did you see Phaedra is coming back? Or I think is it Phaedra?
I did see that.
Phaedra Parks is coming back. I'm like, oh my God. And I think it just took, some people leaving. I just really hope Nene Leakes comes back to Bravo.
Well, she won't. She sued them, so there's
But didn't Skinny Pop Girl do that too? Not Skinny Pop Girl. What's that girl from
Bethany
Frankel. The popcorn?
Skinny Girl Margarita.
Skinny Girl Margarita. I always say Skinny Pop. It's not Skinny Pop.
No. Please, they're not sponsoring us yet. I know. So
they're not sponsoring us yet. But that Skinny brand, she owns that. What's her first name?
Bethany.
Jeez. Too many seasons of too many shows. But anyway.
But I would say the favorite though is Salt Lake. That one pops off.
Oh, I haven't actually really gotten into that.
Ooh. The last season was so good. The first two are a little bit floppish. The third, crazy drama. It would be if you girls went on a dating show, but you had this podcast and have all this like secret tea. It's kind of like that. There was this girl who ran like a secret fan, but it was actually kind of like a bully snark account on Instagram. So she was like a secret. She was a secret troll, and then she got on the show and like was basically it came out that she was like talking smack about all these women for years.
Oh my God, that's gonna be me when I go on Love Island or The Mole or. I'm really just manifesting I go on The Mole. I keep saying it.
Have you applied?
No. I haven't applied for any. I've never applied to any reality shows. I'll be honest. I have nominated my brother for The Bachelorette every single year except this year because now he has a girlfriend, so I'm trying to respect. But like I have I literally asked Johnny for his headshot every year. He's like, "What's this for?" And I said, "Don't worry about it." And I submitted him every year.
That is so funny.
I just can't imagine my brother on it, though. Can you imagine, Whitney? Can you imagine my brother on that show?
You can't imagine, or you can?
Can you? Because I can't. Maybe
I can see him on this season for Jenn.
There's a lot of short kings.
Yeah,
my brother's a short king.
Yeah.
Speaking of reality shows, though, I'm the perfect guest for this pod because I have technically been on a dating show.
Oh, can you elaborate?
Yes.
Yeah, yes. So back in the day, when phones, like, what's it called? Snapchat was like a thing. They like were doing like content produced shows and stuff. So they did this dating show called Phone Swap. And I was on one of the episodes. So it was basically, I went on a blind date with this guy. You trade phones. They go through your phone on a date. And then at the end of the date, you say yes or no if you want to go on a date with this person.
Love that you had that experience on Snapchat.
Have I never showed you?
I don't think you ever
I've
showed
seen
me.
it.
But wait, can you also tell the people about how you went to Sir and tried to be a waiter?
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Okay, yes, everyone. So
What's
for the
Sir?
Bravo girlies, it's the restaurant from like Vanderpump Rules.
You know, Whitney, it's Sir. Sexy Unique Restaurant.
Vanderpump.
That's what that
where they all
stands
got their
for?
start. Yeah.
I had no idea what the name of the restaurant was. I did not know it was that.
Well,
I just know that they're working in a restaurant that's owned by what's her face.
That's the restaurant.
Perfect.
Well, she has multiple,
when I was a young baby, fresh out of college, I mean, now I'm 24?
Yeah.
Sure, let's go with that. I like to tell people I'm whatever age you want to cast me as. So thank you. I walked up around West Hollywood and I walked my little butt right into Sir with my Olive Garden restaurant because that's the only restaurant job I had. And I submitted it to Peter, who, if we all watch the show, we know Peter.
Peter's the guy with the dark brown long hair, right?
Or yeah. It gets long, it gets short, it ebbs and flows. We love Peter. We love Peter. We're big Peter stands on this pod.
And if you remember, this is a throwback. I also applied at Villa Blanca, which was what's her name? OG. Lisa's her first restaurant in Beverly Hills.
Which went under during COVID alongside Pump.
Yeah.
Oh, that one's Pump is one.
Pump is done.
Oh,
he's a pump and dump.
WeHo is dying. I don't know what the gay area is like in New York right now. What is it? Hell's Kitchen? Is that the gay district?
It's all gay, but yeah, sure. Hell's Kitchen.
WeHo's just kind of like in its flop era. All the bars are closing.
And if you didn't know, Kevin is located in the beautiful,
LA.
sunny.
Yeah. If you can't tell by my tan, everyone.
Yeah, you do really look LA right now. You're giving LA. And I'm giving New York.
And I'm giving nothing.
Maine. And you are giving Maine.
Wait, Maine. Okay, that's great. I love that you're a Bravo stan. How do you feel about Andy Cohen?
I guess like indifferent. Well, he tweeted me happy birthday once.
What? Why?
Girls,
you have such random information that you're going to be giving us this whole podcast, I feel like.
And do you remember Jacqueline Larita and Caroline Manzo?
Crickets.
No? Okay,
Crickets.
they were the OG cast of Real Housewives of New Jersey. They also tweeted me happy birthday. But back in the day, I was like obsessed with celebs. So anytime it was like my birthday, I would like tweet like, "It's my birthday. Can you wish me a happy birthday?" So Andy Cohen did.
Me.
It's giving. You know that one girl who takes photos with all the celebrities? I forget her name. She was like this girl with glasses, and she would just somehow get pictures with every single celebrity.
It's like that guy that sings to all the like celebrities on TikTok.
Yeah, him
that
too.
Guy, he just like shows up.
That's
and
more relevant.
Singing.
Mine is a little bit more.
Yeah, that's
but now I avoid the celebrities. I told people I just saw what's her name, Maya Rudolph at LAX, and she was right standing next to me getting coffee, and I just stared at her.
It's so
I do the same
hard
thing,
to ask
Kevin.
people
I do
for
the same.
Stuff,
I do the same thing.
Right?
Like I have seen so many people. Like the only time I went up to Chris Harrison because my ex literally went up to Chris Harrison, and that's the only reason I talked to him. Other than that, I've seen Amy Poehler. Like I've seen some like crazy celebrities in New York, and I literally just walk past because like,
what are you going to say?
What do I have to say?
I mean,
I love you. I love your work. Can we get a picture? They hear that all the time. I want to be unique.
But Whitney is the type of girl who does go up and say something.
That's what I was going to say.
Has.
Well, I will say something, but I won't. Sometimes I won't take a picture. Like I think that's a bit much. But like for example, I forgot
Rachel.
Freaking. Oh I talked about Rachel before, but I saw Rachel Lindsay, and I did take a picture with her. But that's because she was taking photos already.
Yeah,
I took a photo for her. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But I saw Miss Cracker and Ginger Minge from RuPaul's Drag Race this past week because they came to our show. And I was like, I wish I was swinging on because I would love for them to look at me. But it's fine because I was watching the show. So they were in the lobby and they were talking to like some people that work there because I guess they know them. And so I just went up to them and I was just like, hey, I love you guys, love your work. And they were like, oh my God, you're gorgeous. And I was like,
oh my God.
Iconic.
And I didn't get a photo, but it's fine. But sometimes that's all you got to do is just be like, you guys are great.
Yeah, because you have the memory. Who needs the picture? Honestly, Instagram's in its flop era. My last post, flop-isha.
You sure it's not you that's flopping?
Do we hear the hateration?
No, literally. I feel like I'm flopping on Instagram too, but I'm also like really sporadic. Like, me, I was like off Instagram for like 3 months and I came back on. I'm just kind of like, I just really hate it. I feel like it's still really toxic. Like every time I'm on it, the only time I'm on it is like Whitney and I will send each other memes and like I'll send Kayla some memes. That's really
all about the meme.
The meme god. I love the memes.
I didn't have Instagram for a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah.
I deleted it. And it was great. I only got it back because I was on the ship and it was too hard to communicate. So
I think I remember you telling me that, and I was like, I feel that, like so much so. Another question for you. One more interview question. What is What is your favorite musical period of all time? Just one.
Okay. I know. I got it. It's cliche. I know. And I know everyone's going to be like, of course. Wicked.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say it.
I mean, yeah.
Like, I've seen it 4 times. Like, I saw it in London with whoever the girl, I forget what her name was, but she'd played it like in like 5 countries or something. Like she was like the like Elphaba or something. But it's so good. It like, or High School Musical. Let's be real. That one's good too.
I mean, iconic.
Okay. High School Musical 1, 2, or 3?
The problem is they're just all so different.
Just
vibes.
one.
I'm gonna have to say the first one because it's what started.
Thank you. Yes, I love the first one. People are always like High School Musical 2, and I'm like, no, actually,
it's Bet on It for me changed the game.
I mean, well, that's actually Zach singing, so iconic.
Yes,
yeah, because Drew Seeley,
do love that.
Y'all,
poor Drew Seeley never got his time to shine. Besides in that one movie, what's it? The Cinderella Story with Selena Gomez. He did shine.
The second, like a Cinderella Story 2 or something.
But no one cared about that.
Yeah, it didn't hit the same.
It didn't.
Someone cared.
I mean, I kind of care. Anyway,
you never know.
I have not seen Wicked. I'm seeing it as soon as we get back. I'm seeing so many shows when I get back.
I'll see Wicked with you again. But also, are you excited for the movie?
I am. I'm just like cautiously optimistic. Like I just feel like a lot of these like movies, like in high school, one of my favorite musicals was In the Heights. Loved it. Loved it. Then when the movie came out, it was like cute. Like, but it was like good.
Cynthia, Ariana.
I'm one of these casual Ariana fans. Like I really like her sometimes, but I'm not like a diehard or anything. Her new album, loved. So I'm hopeful.
Okay.
She sounded really good on Popular. Did you see they released the dolls? So now we have like a snippet of her singing. She's doing the diction.
Great. Yeah. She actually sounds like diction. If Ariana Grande were to do a musical. Like she's not just herself. She's actually like musical theater girly in the moment as well. So
she's like this is her dream. Like I just saw her like interviewed by Zach saying like I don't know 10 years ago, and she was like like crying over like this is all I want in life. Yeah. So I'm like, I love this for her. And I don't like the hating against her. Everyone said like, oh, she cheated on her husband with the guy, whatever. It takes 2 to tango.
No,
let people
there's more
live
to
their
the
life.
Story.
Like,
there's more to the story. And also if you listen to Eternal Sunshine, you could tell that it does sound like that she definitely broke up with him, but I think she was like going through a lot, and she even says, you know, like you tried too late. Like I was in therapy, I was trying, I was doing my thing, but then you were too late to the party. And you just weren't there for me. So I had to release myself of that situation, which I think is always the hardest breakup, is when you have to release yourself from a situation that you feel like you can't give your all to.
I mean, you both have been through that. I haven't. I've never dated.
I've been through every side of it. Like I've been through both sides of it. Like I've been through me feeling that way, and I've been through the other person feeling that way. So like I know what it feels like. It's a horrible feeling both ways. And that's why I have not done anything. All I have been doing, I'm just going to go into what I've been doing this week, which is absolutely nothing.
Tell us.
Okay. Just working. But I'm getting ready for a girls' trip. Kayla and I are going to Florida. I've never thought I'd say this, but I can't wait to be back in Florida. That's a crazy sentence. Might be canceled just for that sentence itself.
Why would you? What?
I'd
love to be in Florida right now.
I think I went to school in Florida, so like for me,
it's
like
a bit traumatizing. That's like me when I go home.
What school did you go to?
I went to West Florida. Go Argos. So yeah, an Argonaut. That's our mascot. Please, I literally can't.
What?
I know the school was made
up. I don't want to know anymore.
I don't have a degree. I'm not real. But I do have a BFA, which is wild. I can't believe I have it.
Okay, brag.
Is that a brag? I didn't realize that having a BFA is better than I didn't know that was like a thing, like than a BA or like a BA.
Oh, yeah. My God, the separation, the segregation,
like
literally.
The hierarchy at my college, drama, because I was a BA, but I was like the poster child of BAs. Like I was the one that they would prop up to the freshmen to be like, look at what you can do as a BA.
Same.
But they were like, but you're not good enough for a BFA, but this is the best of the BA. And I'm like,
I think I didn't understand that until I like got out of it. And then people were like, I have my BFA. And I was just like, oh yeah, same. But like, I didn't think of it like a hierarchy, because it's like, it doesn't matter what you have.
It doesn't.
It really
Especially in LA,
not.
Nobody knows.
It doesn't even matter if you go to school.
No.
No, unless you're going to Michigan, because people in that go to Michigan
are booked.
I auditioned there.
Me too, and I didn't get it. I didn't get like any school, but that's a story for another day. No, I had like one of those hectic weeks where I had to, when you have like an EcoCast and they send you 1,000 things for that. They're like, we have to see you do everything. Basically, it's a one-woman show. We want you to record everything, but we're only probably going to watch one thing, and then we're going to move on. So
do you girls, when you get your sides, are you like off book? Because I'm not that smart, so I have to tape them.
Okay, wait.
And a lot of people in my cast do go off book, and it's kind of crazy.
I actually really want to talk about this because Whitney and I do the same thing, and Whitney's actually kind of helped me with this too because, I kind of like asked her, I'm like, I don't do this. And then she's like, oh, girl, I do this. And I'm like, oh, my gosh. Okay. And I was talking to Greer about this too. I was like, Whitney and I will do the most not to memorize our sides. I don't know if this is bad. We will do the most. We will write every word out. We'll have it hanging from the ceiling. We will do everything. We will take like 30 minutes doing this. I swear to God. We spend more time prepping to fake it than just memorize it itself. At this point, we probably could memorize it, but we will die on this hill. We will not memorize it. Why?
Why? I mean, granted, we don't need to be writing it out. We can just scroll on the iPad or the MacBook, but I just can't read, and I need it in giant letters.
We're so extra where we do that, and I just think it's really funny because I was telling Greer, I was like, oh yeah, Whitney and I both do that. She's like, you go through all of that, and then you don't memorize. I'm like, yes.
It doesn't take that long.
It doesn't take that long, but it is kind of funny. I was like, yeah, we definitely don't memorize. The songs I think I end up just memorizing because songs are easier to memorize for me than sides. Yeah. And usually odds are if I'm getting an EcoCast, I already know the song because I'm like hopefully theater girl and know it. But this role particularly didn't know any of the songs. I know the show. I know like 2 songs from the show, like the most popular songs from the show, but I didn't know this role that well. I thought it was kind of a joke when I got it, but then I actually started doing it and I feel pretty good about it. I'm not gonna lie, but we'll see. You feel good about something and then you don't get it. You don't feel good about something. You get it. Nothing makes sense.
You know what? Let go and let God.
Okay.
Oh my God. Okay. You're like a Pinterest board.
I love my quotes.
Yeah, but I've just been working a ton. How's things in Maine? How you doing over there? We're excited for you to come back.
We're hanging in. I am ready. I am so ready to come back. It's been lovely. Mm-hmm. And, I'm just trying to like find things
You're about to
do.
go on soon.
I am in T-minus, what is
10
that?
10 days.
9 days?
No, 9 days.
Big debut. My parents are coming. Them are closing.
They come to everything. We love your mom and dad.
My mom love wants a supportive to be there family all the time if she can. I mean, it's my brother's birthday too when I'm on, which kind of sucks because they're
oh my God, it's my brother's birthday tomorrow. He's going into his eternal sunshine year.
Oh, cute!
Good luck.
Oh my God!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Yeah, so a lot of stuff is happening that day, but I really just want to talk about ACOTAR, A Court of Rose and Thorns.
Oh, yes.
Yes, that was a thing.
Okay.
Basically, it was really hyped up, and it took me forever to get into it. And yeah, it's known for its fairy porn. But I'm actually, once I got past the boring stuff, it got really interesting. But I'm more interested by I love like the romance too. That's like,
are there gays in it or no?
Not yet, but maybe there is in the future. I don't know.
Homophobia.
I have no idea.
Someone said I could be cast as a fairy, so I'm like, is this movie adaptation for me? But
I mean, you definitely
Kevin,
could
you'd
be a fairy.
So good. Like, I don't know. You're going to be so good in whatever you book next. Like, you're just going to be so good. Please. And I really want you to be on. I don't know why, but I just think you'd be such a good, like, personality on reality. Like, I know this is
that's what I tell him. I think
we're know,
but like The Circle, like, I don't know, like, I just feel like you'd be so.
You should totally be on The Circle.
I don't think reality TV
good,
is my
like, aesthetic.
I
know, but you're just like a fun person, and I just think like your personality is like perfect for that. Well, I mean, you're a great actor too. You can do multiple things. But
my dream in life is to have a travel show. So I would love to do like a travel show where I like Did you not know this?
And tell me, where did that come from? Whitney and I were like, what are you talking about?
I'll let Whitney do her ACOTAR, but just really quickly, my dream is to be on like a TV show for like 5-10 years, whatever. Get my Emmy. Then I'm rich AF and I can peace out. Speak into existence, girl. Manifestation, okay? Power of thought. Put it in the world. So I get my Emmy. I'm rich AF. I buy a farm in the middle of nowhere. I have horses. I'm growing weed. And I have a winery. All on my farm. And then once a year, I leave for like 2-3 months, film a travel show, and that's my life.
What a dream.
And I want to have a production company where I tell LGBTQ plus stories, specifically like indigenous and other marginalized communities. That's the dream.
I'm learning so much about you. I'm constantly in shock and in awe and in appreciation. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gooped and gagged, and man, I'm excited.
Those are the goals in life.
I'm excited
I can't wait
for
to see it happen.
I just want to produce more
I'm just trying to be on Broadway, but damn, I feel like
I want to be like Reese Witherspoon, where she started a production company specifically to focus on like women and stuff. And I'm like, I want to do that for like my community and other communities that I find, need their voices uplifted.
I love that so much. We're manifesting all of that for you.
Yeah, but anyways, ACOTAR, you loved.
ACOTAR, yeah, it was a good time. It got much better, and it's giving like mix the Hunger Games with like the Twilight and the Vampire Diaries. Like,
so I should give it a try.
Yeah, it's good, and I'm more intrigued by like the overall story about like these like the wars going on in the land and stuff. So I'm like, what's happening? Because there's like questions that you need answered. So that's more.
Did you guys ever read? Shoot, what was that book? It's like a gay book, but it's like everyone was reading on Cruise Line, where it's about
Oh yes, the one with Achilles or something.
Yes, did you read that?
I have not read it. I thought about reading it, but
it was really good, but it was like hard to read almost. It was like almost Shakespeare-y. Is ACOTAR like that or no? Like is it it's not too like okay.
It's literally like you're reading like the Hunger Games or Twilight. That's basically it.
Great. Well, I've heard like 2-3 are great. I don't know.
Enough of the nerd talk. Sorry.
This is not nerd talk.
I know my book is so. I'm trying to read my book. I'm trying to be inspired by Tunde. So I'm trying.
Okay,
I don't understand what that means.
Girls, I'm going to direct this pod. We can get into the Bachelorette soon, but I just have 3 quick things to say. One, Eleni, there's a show you have to watch. Whitney, you might like it. But it's a dancer show. It's a reality show. Maybe you've watched it. I think it's called Dance Life, and it's on Amazon Prime. It's like 6 episodes, but it's a reality show about this. Maybe our friend Paris knows about it. Shout out, Paris.
Shut up, Paris.
There's this dance school in Australia that's like the best of the best, and everyone wants to train there. But it's like when you turn 18, you train there for like a year before you go into like the professional commercial dance world. So it was like 6 episodes, but it was really good, and I think you would like it.
Have you guys seen the dance show that's in Australia? It's like, it was like this, it's giving like Degrassi, but for dancers. I love that show. It was on Netflix for a bit. Anyway, maybe that's what the school is.
Maybe, but it's really good. Add it to your list. It's a quick little watch. You'll tear up a little. It's really good.
Okay. I love crying.
And then, we were discussing this right before we started. Mm-hmm. Are we all having our Brat Summer?
Okay.
I'm pretending I'm having a Brat Summer, but I haven't actually listened to the album, so I'm a fake.
Okay.
Because I attempted to listen. And I only listen when it's on, like, in Cycle Bar.
First and foremost, yes. I mean, it's really hard because as a spin instructor, you have to just accept all new music and have to accept all the trends because that's what gets people into your classes, which makes you more money, if you want me to be so real. And that's what a lot of spin instructors do. A lot of spin instructors like actually don't like Taylor Swift and will like do a Taylor Swift ride. I'm not going to call people out, but I know multiple of my coworkers will do stuff like that to get people in the room. Same with the Brat Summer. You can always tell though when someone is actually genuinely excited about the music. I think I like it, but I wouldn't go as far as saying like it is my Brat Summer. Like I'm obsessed with this album. Like I think I appreciate vocals and like just a little.
See, but that's not with this. That's not.
It's a different.
It's just giving beats.
Different.
It's giving
it gives
dance.
beats. It gives like dance. It's like it's really great. Like club classics. I actually love that song. Like you'll hear that in my all of my classes that I teach, like club classics, always love it. Apple is like, we have a trend. I think honestly,
I just like the dance.
The thing is that the song itself was not good, but now we have the dance with it, so now it's hype. Like now it's good. She's smart. She's like smart. But that's my personal take on the album. I'm not a hater, but I wouldn't go to, I probably am not going to go to the extreme, but am I doing a few Brat themed things in my fitness classes? Yeah, of course. Why not? I'm going to embrace it.
I'm loving it. I love it.
Like, I like it.
Album of the summer.
It is. I mean, really, we all thought it was espresso, but like, it's not. It's a Brat Summer. It's a Brat Summer.
Can we say, though, quickly jumping off of that, can we talk about how Renee Rapp was having this come up and then Chappell Roan has like overshadowed that her like lesbian market, you know, the queer vibes of it all. But like, what's happened to Renee? What is she doing?
I mean, Renee's still out there performing. I just saw she like did something with Kesha or something and changed the lyrics from "Wake Up in the Morning feeling like P Diddy" to "Wake Up in the Morning being like fuck P Diddy" or whatever.
You know?
I feel like Tate McRae was all over my FYP, but now it's Brat and Chappell.
I think Sabrina Carpenter beat out Tate. If you want me to be honest, I think Tate is really, really great, really good performer, great dancer, like phenomenal dancer, like competed with Maddie Ziegler, like in the dance comp world.
Beat her,
like literally,
not physically, but in the competition. So.
In the competitions, yeah, we should definitely specify that. But. Yeah, I think, you know, all these young artists, like, it's going to be kind of like a competition for a while. I think we're seeing Chappell Roan and Charlie, like, these people, like, right now, they're thriving because of their albums. But, like, you know, we'll see who stands the test.
It's all about, honestly, who's trending on TikTok.
It's TikTok. I think about Fergie. When she dropped her album, every song was a banger. Like every single song.
Fergie.
Remember?
What are you talking
about?
What
is this reference? Fergie? Girl.
Because are you talking about back in the day?
Yes, I'm talking about back in the day. Like when Fergie dropped her album. No, I'm talking about like London Bridges. I'm talking about London Bridges. I'm talking about Fergalicious.
This is such a crazy reference to bring in. But okay, let's see where you're going to end it.
I'm just saying every song was a banger, just like Chappell Roan's album. I would love to see what she's going to do now. Because look at Fergie.
Who, Fergie or Chappell Roan? Fergie is the craziest reference. You could have done like Lady Gaga. You could have done like anyone that's still relevant today.
I'm talking about the
I don't
album.
mean that they're the same listener. Same voice. I just mean like someone
I hear what you're saying. Yeah. I'm trying to say that the album, like that album dropped and every single song was like there was like not one song on there. Like Big Girls Don't Cry, Clumsy, Glamorous, Fergalicious, London Bridge. Think about all of the songs that were on that album that are iconic. Same with our queen, Chappell Roan. Like it's the same kind of concept of like the album. You know, every single song is a banger.
I understand.
Okay,
that's still a crazy reference.
I'm just saying because like there's very few albums that every single song is a banger. It's really hard to do. I don't know if I can say that for many singers.
I mean, Ariana.
Chappell Roan,
you can.
Chappell Roan. I mean, give credit. Give credit. I know it's old and like Fergie's weird now, but like at the time, it went off.
God, Eleni's references are just so Atlanta, you know?
That is a very Atlanta reference. I really don't think that was a
crazy... I mean, I think it is like a long reference, but I think it's going to relate to someone. Someone's going to understand what I'm saying.
That's
okay.
We're here
I'm going to... Hopping off that, everyone stream My Best Friend. She's a singer. It's Car. I go on tour with her. So everyone stream up Car.
Car with 2 R's.
Car with 2 R's. She's
2 R's.
If you're into like more of that like Avril, like grungier, like that vibe, that's your thing. Yeah, punk pop-ish. That's your vibe. Very sex positive. And then I told Benny Boo I would give him a shout out. So let's see if he actually listens.
Are you talking about our Ben?
Yes, Benny Boo.
We all share Ben here.
There's a lot of Bens, but that Ben.
Love Island UK?
Okay, I just need to talk a little bit about Love Island UK because at least in the US, it just ended this past week. And so we kind of just fell off the rails on watching it because it was honestly so boring compared to USA. But I last week just like binged it all because I was like, I just need to see who wins and what's happening. And it got pretty good towards the end. But you remember Joey Essex that came on, Eleni? He was that reality TV person. He's like the equivalent. I feel like the equivalent would be Tom Sandoval coming onto USA. He's like the same energy as him.
So
I don't know. Tom Sandoval is like, that's crazy.
I mean, maybe he didn't do villainous stuff on whatever show he was on. What is it? All About Essex or something? I don't know what it is. I'm sorry, I don't know but the energy that he gives me is Tom Sandoval because I absolutely hate this man. This man was so annoying on Love Island UK, and he was literally just there to stir the pot, and he somehow made it to like the final 5 couples or something. But like he was with the girl in the beginning. He broke up with a girl because a girl came in that he used to date. They were all over each other for a couple of weeks. Then another girl comes in that looks just like this girl, and he drops her and gets with her. But then he's delusional and he's like, oh, the girl I broke up with is still so obsessed with me and still loves me. And even though she's like moved on, she's the one that broke it off with Joey because she was like, I don't deserve to be treated like that. So I'm ending it. But he's crazy. And I really would I feel like you should just watch like towards the end so you can just see how annoying this man was because he would literally start shit. Cause you remember Mimi? She was the black girl that was with Io.
Yes. Yeah.
They were a thing, but then they went to Casa Amor and Io ended up being with another girl and he comes back with her and he actually really does like her. And Mimi is obviously very upset because she did really like him and she didn't come back with anyone. Io's with this girl, but Mimi kind of wants to talk to Io. So she goes to, what is the upstairs little private area? I forget what it's called. The terrace. And she asks Joey to like kind of do this secret mission to get Joey to get Io to go up there so that she could talk to him without anyone knowing. But I was like, no, I'm not going up there because I'm not going to disrespect the girl that I'm with, which was kind of crazy that he said no. But then Joey decides to bring this up in a challenge in front of everyone and be like, Mimi was trying to do this secret thing. And Mimi was like, actually, it wasn't a secret because we ended up talking out in public in front of everyone. So you know what I mean? Anyway, he was just really stirring up drama and it was always with the black people. And he had this little sidekick that was basically like the equivalent of Sam M and Thomas. Like it was like them on UK and they were always trying to like start shit with the black couples and they're like, can you like not? And he would say all this crazy shit and the girl that he was with would like not like it but still support him and I'm like, girl, you look like such an idiot supporting this man because he's not a good person. And then all the Islanders came back on and they got to vote off who they didn't want there and everyone voted Joey and I was like, thank God, get this man off. Yes. And Mimi got with a new guy. His name is Josh and they won the season and they're the first black couple to ever win Love Island UK. So
first black couple because we've had
I think we've had people of like mixed race and stuff.
Mixed, yeah, for sure.
But never
a full, complete black couple.
And I love it. And like actually. I was reading the comments of like because they did like press. They did press stuff and like they mentioned like in these interviews like we are the first black couple to ever win. And people in the comments were like, why do they even bring that up? Like we shouldn't even be like there's no. You shouldn't even look at it with like color. I can't even say the phrase because I think it's so dumb. Like you kind of have to because I mean, it's not momentous to you, I guess, but like for people like me and like it is a pretty big thing because it's taken forever for that to happen.
Yeah, that's something you have to recognize it.
Off topic, but piggybacking and timely with the Olympics, Simone said something like that because she was like, 3 black women are like the medalists or whatever. And everyone was like, why does it matter? Well, that's why it matters because like the same thing for like, you know, it means something that 3 black women are up there. 1, 2, 3, you know,
1, 2, 3.
Exactly. Yeah.
Simone Biles. Oh my gosh. The Olympics have been so
her
great.
clapbacks this year. I'm obsessed. Everything she's doing.
So great. I mean, it's been so inspiring. I know I talked a little bit about it last week, but just quickly one more time, it has been a true tale of just like, you know, she was suffering with mental health and she took out.
Yeah, I saw that video because I was like, what happened in Tokyo?
Back in
I didn't
Paris.
know.
She got the twisties, which essentially, I mean, it's like a mental thing.
It's really like a mental block.
It's a mental block, and like we have all been there, and it's just the true test. She comes back, she gets gold for the team, gold all around, gold in vault, silver in floor. Rebeca did beat her like by like points. It's like,
but also great for Rebeca. Rebeca got her flowers.
Rebeca finally got, and also like if you watch the whole replay or you watched it live, she was really dealing with a lot of injuries with her calf. Like when she went in for her warm up, she even fell during her first pass when she went before she even competed. So you could tell she was already in a lot of pain. And then
is this Rebeca or Simone?
This is Simone. So she was in a lot of pain. She did go out of bounds twice. She went out of bounds twice and still got still got silver. Like that just shows you the difficulty level of her routine is like what she does is
it's on a whole different
plane. One can do it. No one can touch it. No one can touch it. How inspiring. Okay, sorry. That was my rant.
Love it.
Let's go back to the point. Let's go back.
The point was Joey Essex. I don't like that human. And I'm so happy that Mimi and Josh are the winners.
Yes.
Anyway, that's enough for
and we have more representation. UK. We have more representation, not just in the Olympics, but just like in shows in general. And
thank God.
And also in the Bachelorette, because Jenn is our first Asian lead.
Yes.
Let's go into the Bachelorette.
And let's
go into the Bachelorette.
Well, I was just going to say, if these are the men that are on y'all's dating apps, I know why you're single.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah,
these
this is what we're dealing with.
I get it now. I'm like, how do you girls, is this what your options are? These are the men that are your options?
No, and these are the good options.
Options.
Let that sink in.
Speaking of these men, there's stuff coming out about all these men.
Oh my God. Did you see the thing I sent you?
Thing about Marcus. What was it that I kind of don't remember.
There's been some mental and allegedly.
Trigger warning.
Allegedly, he was mentally and physically abusive to one of his past partners.
And he's the military guy?
Yeah.
He is our military king, the one that got choked up. And we were talking such praises of him last week. Now I look so stupid.
Well, I told you he reminded me of Owen from Grey's Anatomy. And granted, this man wasn't
that reference.
He wasn't like that reference. Super like abusive or anything, but he was going through a lot. And I feel like that, unfortunately, that happens a lot with people that are in the military. Like they just have a lot of trauma from it, you know? PTSD. And you don't know how that's going to come out when it comes to a relationship and on a partner.
Any other opening thoughts before we really get into it?
There's more.
Oh, yes.
You have more
there's more tea. My love, my Devin. There is stuff coming out about him and his social media
my
past.
Devin is crazy.
My Devin, I don't know if he's my Devin anymore after seeing all this, but apparently he's liked a bunch of posts about like anti-immigrant, Asian hate. I listened to another podcast and I was a little confused because I was half paying attention. I should probably know my facts, but I think from what they said, allegedly episode. I think the past episode, he said something that they had to cut out. He basically said that he thinks 9/11 was an inside job. And
oh my God.
I'm like, excuse me? And so they had to like cut that out. Like, and so he's just like, he's apparently scrubbed it. He's like unliked all the things that were like, you know, racist or whatever. But it's like, he's giving like he's, you know, more conservative. And I think this group of men,
isn't he Hispanic or something, or
that's
Latino?
The thing. But you know, that's some people,
that doesn't always mean something.
Yeah,
it really doesn't mean anything. It doesn't.
So
I mean, you said he liked Asian hate stuff. Has me,
which is like, hello,
you're literally Asian. Hello,
yeah. And so it makes you wonder. I think a lot of these guys were picked for Daisy, not like. I mean, Jenn was literally like second choice or third choice to be the Bachelorette. So
who knows? Yeah. Like we said, like when they pick the lead, it's they have like multiple people going through the rounds, and then kind of like the last, like they'll make a decision last minute. So I think they do kind of they might gear it, but I really don't think they gear all the men towards one woman. I think they do like
no, but I think they do.
But yeah,
try their best
you
to
could
choose
be right about
people.
That. Okay, girls. So I have not watched any dating series like this since college. Probably. I think the last time I watched was Juan Pablo. Was that his name?
Yep, I watched that season.
Okay, ages ago. Anyways, I said specifically for men who want to be on a show like this, especially this cast, it's giving the bullies that peaked in high school and the tryhards that had a glow up. Like, those are the men.
Yes, that's so true.
I'm like, where are the cool, like, artsy, quirky, like, cool, like, none of them.
They're not putting themselves out there like this.
Where are the gay men?
Well, but like, I just
Colton. That's
I was waiting for that. Good, Whitney. Good, Whitney.
So. But I'm like, God. What are these men?
Yeah, these
men
are
good.
Really...
It's not good.
And they're all kind of starting to look alike. I don't know. Like this season was hard. I mean, this episode particularly was really hard for me to watch. I don't know why.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I'll just say the consensus around every podcast that I listen to is that we're all not happy with these men. But yes, let's get into it. Matthew comes in his
tuxedo. He flew with a tuxedo to New Zealand.
This whole thing is so
they didn't pay for.
They finally did admit that happened in the morning. You know, in the last episode, they were like acting like everything was happening at the same time. They're like, she's talking to him right now. The boys are getting ready. Like, no, he came in the morning. Apparently, he paid. They keep hitting home that he paid his way there. All right, whatever.
He said in an interview too that he paid for it, but
okay,
who cares?
You paid for it. You didn't pay for it. You were in and out. Blink of an eye. It was over before it even started.
Literally, like I knew that she was going to send him home.
Bro, Devin being so annoying.
Yeah, Devin being like, I'm gonna leave if she stays.
Cheating. It's giving cheater. Like,
but also, Devin, what? Who is Austin? Because I wrote, Austin needs to stop using the word whack. He used the word whack like 5 times.
Look.
Yeah, Austin's... I
think Austin's so pretty.
Which one is he?
He has kind of long hair.
He has like the mullet-y type haircut.
Oh, he was like whack, whack, whack. What is this, drag race? Like, what is going on?
Yeah, so essentially Jenn is saying, you know, I'm gonna talk to him tonight. So she goes in to tell the boys, all right, guys, someone from my past came. You know how I talk about how horrible my past is? Anyways, a guy came from my past and I'm gonna go talk to him. Bye. And they're all just like,
yeah, and they're all thinking that it's the toxic ex.
It's the toxic one, right? Because all we've heard is the same. Who is this person that she keeps talking about? I swear to God. Anyways, she talks to Matthew. She breaks up with him. And then tell me why Matthew had to go to the boys and apologize.
That was so awkward that he had to go.
I like that though.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, both sides where I see like, yes, he should say something because, and like he said, he gave a really nice speech. He did not disrespect any of the guys. And he was just like, you know what? Someone in this room is going to make Jenn happy. And I'm sorry to have like disrupted things.
Yeah.
But it was just weird. It was just awkward. Like if you were in the room, like you could feel the awkwardness. You could feel it radiating through the TV. But like, I think I'm happy that he did say it himself and it wasn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, I think there had to be an interaction because I think even though he did end up leaving and not even joining them, I think it still needed to happen. Like you can't just like say that there was a guy there and then the guys never saw the guy. So I think but then the producers might have been like, you have
Sam
to do that,
Sam M having to get the last word. I'm like, bro,
why is he the spokesman? Why does he feel like
he's literally making such a fool of yourself?
What your people are like? Whitney and Myrtle, they're all like,
yes. And that's why I said day one, do not be with the Myrtle Beach man.
Because and also, every time he talks, he just has this, like, face. I can't. I'm like, he's always just like, what is going on up there?
Why does he think he's, like, the leader of the pack? Like, why is he speaking for everyone?
I'm glad you're leaving. Yeah, because there's all the boys here. We're so much better than you. I'm just like, that's literally what the man just said. Like, you're just repeating what he said. So why are you feeling like you have to get the last word?
He literally reminds me of the boys who would cheat off me in theology and then bully me later in homeroom. It's like, ugh. He reminds me, I could give names, but I'm not going to give these people the shout out. But
don't even.
They're all those like blonde, toxic men. Never date a blonde man. Eleni.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Leave it in.
I've dated every type of man. I will die on this hill. At least I've tried every single man.
My first boyfriend in preschool was blonde, so
I'm about to try you.
Okay.
What's happening? Okay, we've lost the plot. Let's keep moving. I also just want to know. I want to note that Jenn said that she's never had anyone say that they're in love with her.
She needs to stop saying that.
What relationships have you been in?
I mean, no one said it to me.
But I'm just like, and you're meant to be married now? I don't know.
But she's only 26, right?
I mean, these shows are so unrealistic. I'm just going to leave it there.
Well, yeah, she keeps hitting home. She keeps hitting home that. What are you going to say, Kevin?
I was just going to say, as the person who's been on a dating show, a lot of this is just like so produced. Like when I was on the dating show, a lot of it is real, but then they coach the bits they want. Like interview bits, so coached. Like they'd be like, Kevin, what's your favorite color? And I'd be like, oh, my favorite color is blue. And then be like, okay, say your favorite color is cerulean because of the way the ocean looks. And I'm like, but that's not what I said. So I'm like, take all of this with a grain of salt. Let's be real. Because like,
they just manipulate it to make it however they want.
Yes, you know? They put it into their storyline, which love it, but I mean, you know, it is what it is.
I think The Bachelor Nation is like known to be one of the most produced reality shows. So I think we just know that in general, but for sure. Cocktail party. I mean, that was so uneventful. Matthew leaves.
Was there even a cocktail party?
There wasn't a cocktail party, was there?
Sorry, there wasn't a cocktail party, just the rose ceremony. And then Thomas leaves. And who else leaves?
Thomas. Bye, Thomas. No. It was Thomas and did Dylan leave as well?
No, that was at the end. Damn.
Oh, shit.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler. No, Thomas left. So Gaston no longer has his LeFou. I'm so sorry. Goodbye, LeFou. We didn't want you here anyway.
John Mitchell. Who's John Mitchell?
John M.
Yeah, it was John Mitchell and Thomas Nguyen. Or Wynn.
John M did not really get any screen time besides like in that rugby date. I think he was like playing well, but that was literally it. I'm so sorry, my guy. I just wanted to say that
talk about
Grant, he was wearing the leather jacket in that rose ceremony, and he pulled it off so much better than Salmon ever did.
Okay.
Okay.
I still love Sam. Okay, I'm sorry.
Enough with Sam in.
I'm sorry.
Let the man go.
We got back
R.
together. We got back together. No cocktail party, rose ceremony done. By Thomas, by John, by Matthew. Goodbye to everyone. That was so like, I love how they hype it up so much. It ends all within 5 minutes. That's the first 5 minutes of the show. I'm like, okay.
Literally. I'm like,
then we move on to our first date. Here we go. It's the season of heights. It's literally in the heights.
I grab my coffee and I go.
There we go. He's got the words.
Lin-Manuel Miranda is about to come. I mean, literally, like, I don't understand. She's like, I'm afraid of heights. Great. Helicopter. Jump off a building. Right. Helicopter.
Another helicopter.
It's like,
crazy.
Girl.
It's but like, girl, I will say, for real. And now she's like the queen of heights. She's like, it's fine.
Is hot. Also, he's my type.
Jonathan,
the tattoos,
Jonathan is definitely my, I think, top 2.
He's like, physically. So he's like, I'm nervous, and Jen's like, it's fine. Now she's the expert on heights. She's done.
Yeah, right? She's coaching him how to handle the heights. And I was like, what?
No, she's fine. I'm like, what? Like, literally, what is happening? So here we are again, another helicopter. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? How many helicopters?
Oh, and Jonathan called her out too about the height stuff. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! It just
but
so also,
like, I don't know.
Overarching. This episode was every dream date I want. This first one, a winery.
Oh my God.
Hello, like.
Did they even drink wine? I don't even remember seeing them drink any wine.
I don't think they really show them.
They just played hide and seek.
And they went in the hot tub, in a barrel.
I have to say one
that
thing,
hot tub is the traveling hot tub. Anyway,
the traveling hot tub. It's always a wooden, and it's so small. I will say, just based off their connection and the date, like the date itself, so romantic. They even say it's like out of like a rom-com. Like it is so ideal, so beautiful. The winery, the hot tub, the traveling hot tub, the helicopter, you get it all. But I just feel like when you have to like, he's like, I just wonder if we can get past the friendship level of our relationship. I just feel like when you're already questioning that, I just don't think you have chemistry, period. I don't know.
Hey, look at Serena and Cordell. They are the epitome of like going from friends to lovers, but and they won their show.
But there was an underlying connection there's an
and here's what I'll also say. As we talked about, producers like to produce. They usually the winner, they try to create a problem between them, and so that this just might be the problem that they're putting between them. It's like, are they just going to be friends? You know what I mean?
And personally, I love, like, I'm a slow burn. Like, a lot of times I won't have an attraction to someone, and then we become friends, and then I'm like, oh, this is awkward because now I'm in love with you. But at first I'm like, no, like, go back to cruise line. Who was I in love with?
I don't know. You're in love with a lot of people.
Okay. Anyways, I fall for my friends. I fall for my friends. Okay, I'll say it.
Same.
If any friends are listening,
that makes sense.
Know that we're in love with you.
Know that if you're my friend, I'm in love with you. But I can understand that narrative. I don't know. It's hard to see like how they paint it. I just felt like him saying that. I was just like, so.
I just feel like they both overemphasized the whole friendship thing a lot. That I'm like, this sounds like they're just saying it too many times for them to actually mean it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I know. And I feel like, I don't know, y'all. When that rain started, I don't know.
Where did the rain? The rain's fake rain. Because none of those candles went out.
It was literally in one pool. It was just like right over them, and nothing around them was wet. That's what I
noticed. Nothing was. I just was like,
they just wanted to create the Notebook moment to finish the rom-com date.
It was so fake. I couldn't.
Left a really. I was like, bad producers.
First off, I would have been like, why are you guys getting me drenched wet right now? Like, you're ruining my sewing. You know what I mean?
Wait, which I was going to say, though, her hair, like, I don't know, I want it cut or something. It's almost like too long, right?
It's
like,
too long.
Is that just me?
It's too long. We talked about this the first episode. There's too much happening.
And then are her eyebrows microbladed or something?
Oh, that I don't pay attention to. I don't know.
I think so, right? I mean, she's stunning. I love her. I think she's stunning. But...
Hell, I want to get my eyebrows microbladed. Mine look not good right now.
Show us. Put it up. Let's see.
Don't get too close. No, because I didn't fill them in. I mean, this is like leftover. It doesn't matter. Anyway.
We're all looking at the eyebrows.
So
now,
let's. I just also want to bring up Jonathon. You have to do a trauma dump now on the one-on-ones, which is kind of annoying. I'm like, enough with the trauma dumping. Like, can we just have a normal date? Like, anyway.
I think
so. His trauma dump.
Their only time to like say their truth. So it always has to be
I guess Nick Viall was saying that like it wasn't always like this. Like in the old seasons, you didn't trauma dump, and you don't. I don't think you need to. Like, why are you exposing your family, your friends? Like, you're having to expose someone else to make you seem like you're this tragic person that's been through a lot.
It used to be just like one or two people that used to do that. Now it's like everyone.
Everyone has to admit something.
Well, because everyone has trauma. Duh.
And throw someone under the bus. Because Jonathon kind of threw his ex-girlfriend on the bus, being like she was having this like, what is it, alcohol issue and like being toxic and stuff. But the way he told that story, it made me a little sus about him. Because he's like, she didn't want this and she was like pushing me away, but I'm like, and she was calling me controlling and stuff, but I'm like, but what were you controlling? You know what I mean? Like, I need to see both sides of that story.
Yeah, and obviously like that's an addiction, and I don't know, I just think it's weird hard for someone to speak about someone else's addiction. I think that's
exactly.
I think that's
I just think the trauma dumping is almost like a gameplay where people are like, well, they can't send me home if I am going to tell them this personal thing. Because then Jenn looks like the bad person if someone's like, XYZ happened to me. And now Jen's like, sorry, you don't get the rose. Like, so I think people use it as like a sick thing to say.
It's sick.
It's
sick.
It's the trend. The trend is you have to have something really traumatic happen to you. And
that's why I couldn't go on the show. Weird. I'm like, I'm kind of... lucky, I guess, to not.
No, I like the last thing I want to talk about is trauma.
Okay.
Let's put it out there. Should we?
Everyone has trauma.
Go back.
Everyone has trauma.
But
everyone has trauma.
Crazy.
But I don't know if that's what I would lead with. Like, I think trauma, it happens to everyone. So I think there's obviously different levels for everyone. But I also just feel like that doesn't define the person that you are, and also does not define the connection that you have with someone else.
No.
I will die on this hill. But yes, that's so true. And I think that's what we see in this date. But you know, overall, he'll probably
he's good.
He's going
to hometowns. That's my.
I think he's going to hometowns. I think he's secured his spot. I also want to talk about this I want to talk about Austin a little bit more in this breakup.
Oh,
is this this is the group date though? Should we talk about
the group date?
Yes,
because the group date happens. They're like herding sheep and stuff.
But I think New Zealand has more sheep per capita than people. How do people not know this?
I didn't know this.
I don't know anything about New Zealand.
Y'all.
I'm so sorry I don't know about the sheep count in New Zealand.
Please. Am I the only one who likes random bits of knowledge?
Apparently. And we love that.
They are exposing us to new cultures this season. I will give them that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so they're herding sheep, and then Devin like pulls Jenn away from some personal time, and all the boys are mad at him for doing that. But that's literally how you play the game. That's what you have to do. So don't be mad because you're not the one doing it. Anyway,
I literally wrote Myrtle is. I not to shame anyone. Myrtle is small dick energy. I can't. Yeah, I can't. No, he's always like, I don't talk about Devin. Devin this. I'm like, shut up. Like, focus on
love Devin. Just say you love him.
Obsessed. It's like enemies to lovers. He secretly loves freaking Devin over here.
He always. But that's the thing that this is what stays with every episode of The Bachelorette is like the person that takes away the lead is like, oh my God, I can't believe they're doing that. It's like always that.
It's
so that's
stupid,
like,
though.
Duh. Like that's going to happen.
But I will say it's weird though, because when Devin did it, I feel like I'm like, go off Devin. But when the annoying guy, Eleni's crush, what was his name from last week? The Aladdin lookalike. When he did it, I was like, ew, I'm getting the ick. So it's all about, I guess, how they do. I don't know.
It's how they edit it, and it's how you come off, I guess.
Yeah. And you can see their connection. Devin and Jenn, they've got something.
They do have something. I don't see him going long term, but he definitely gets a hometown date because they showed it in the preview. Like he's in front of a house. That says welcome home.
I was like, oh my God, okay, freaking spoilers in the teasers is really annoying. But yeah, he does get hometowns, which I thought he was going to. He's kind of mirroring Maria this season.
That's what I said. Yeah. He's the Maria.
That's really insane.
But back to Austin. So like they get to the nighttime portion of that group date. Austin is like, I haven't really I'm like 3 steps behind all these other guys because I haven't really had any alone time with her. And so he's like, yeah, I just know that our connection isn't going to get to where it needs to get when it needs to. So I should leave. And I personally thought that was the best thing to do. Like I wouldn't want to stay there either, knowing that I'm obviously not the choice, so let me just go. Let's not waste any more time.
I kind of had a different perspective on it because, there's 2 kind of perspectives that were painted with this because one of them was that. But then I also read when he was actually talking to her that he was off, just honestly not feeling the connection himself.
Well, that's
how I felt like he just was like, not only is he behind, but it was really because he just didn't want to progress it. Like he didn't like. Yeah. And I guess when I don't know. I'm like, was this a new thing? Yeah, was this a new thing? Did he just feel like this? Did he feel like this and convince himself out of it? I don't know, but.
See, I didn't love, if you're on the show, that it's like the girls' job to eliminate people. So it felt like a weird power move where he was like, I know I'm going home and I don't want to face the embarrassment of it. So I'm going to do it first.
Yes.
And so I'm kind of like, you know what you signed up for. So just take it like a man and be like, you know what? But instead he was like, oh, I'm leaving. And I'm like, okay.
That's what people are saying because I listen to other podcasts and they were like, oh yeah, he's like making a big fuss about it. But I personally, I don't know. I would be the same way and be like, you know what? I know that I'm leaving. So how about I just exit myself out?
Have some dignity.
I think that that's being like, I'm doing it on my terms. And so I'm just going to go.
Babes, that's not what you signed up for, honey. This is Jen's show.
And they always have a shelf exit every season, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, that's also,
and we already
also
have
a thing.
One. This is 2.
Who's the other one?
Army fighter pilot twin or whatever.
Oh.
He was so unserious.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I don't know. I guess I just have a soft spot for Austin because I think he's very attractive. When he was in that farm outfit and he had the arms cut out, I was like,
yeah.
I literally have that plaid shirt, basically.
So cut the arms off and let me see you, Kevin.
Cut the arms
off. With what? Eleni has more muscle. Okay?
Anyway, so he said bye-bye, and that's that.
And then let's get into Jeremy petting her head nonstop. You're Beavis
I didn't
and Butthead
even notice that,
lookalike,
but
Eleni.
I saw the meme.
He was like,
I love him.
I can't.
He was petting her head. I was like, pet my head. I love him. Stop. I'm literally loving the people that everyone hates. I don't know why. I'm so attracted to Sam.
I don't hate Jeremy, but
Jeremy.
I don't like him.
He's giving average man.
Don't care.
Like, I would see that man like at my local bar. You know what I mean?
I would.
So I guess he seems attainable.
Like,
in Maine or in Myrtle? Where are you seeing? Which
either
local bar?
Either. Any
Girl,
bar.
they don't look like that at my bars.
He's in New York, though. He's in New York, and he better be still in New York, and he better
enough.
Be nearby.
Stay away from real estate. Have we learned nothing?
Yeah, you're right. I need to really stay away from these real estate people because.
How about you look for a man in finance? Trust fund, 6'5", blue eyes.
Blue eyes. Yeah, no.
All right, let's move on.
I don't really trust that either. Maybe
for some reason, I wrote, love Jen's vulnerabilities. So she did something at this point in the episode where I was like, oh, shoot, I kind of like that.
I think that was like what was hitting home this whole episode.
Oh my God, that's the whole thing. So Austin left, and then it made her be like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm good enough for anyone because all these guys just leave me.
Though.
No, I was giving woe is me. They need a storyline and that she's trying to look vulnerable. But like, I'm like, girl, you did not care about Austin. She didn't care about Austin. So
she didn't like Austin.
She's like, home. She literally supported him to leave. So for her to be like, oh, I don't know if any of these men are going to stay for me. I'm like,
but
no.
I feel like Jenn was the girl who maybe wasn't always like the coolest girl. And so she has a lot of those like deep-seated insecurities and she's like stunning and all this stuff. And now she's like,
I don't believe it.
I
don't believe it for a second because I know she alludes to her like, oh, like I was so ugly in middle school, but then I really like blossom. I'm like, you were the popular girl in high school. You have always had men around you. I genuinely believe.
Do you have the receipts?
Yes. She mentions it on Call Her Daddy. She like literally talks about it. I don't think she said I'm popular, but she definitely got with guys. Like, and she wasn't.
But did she also say she was ugly in middle school? I'm confused.
She was like, I can't, they all say, Alex Cooper says it all the time. I was so ugly. Like, no one liked me. I'm like, Alex Cooper, enough of this narrative. It's the painting themselves of being like, everyone goes through that phase. We all have that phase.
Speak for yourself.
They're okay.
I mean,
not you.
I was definitely ugly at one point, but I never had the men.
That's what I'm saying. Every girl goes through a moment or, like, it takes a while sometimes for like that to happen. I just feel like she paints it so much that she like never had any. I don't know. It's the narrative that she's painting that's like driving me crazy.
I mean, I didn't like this whole drama that they were trying to build up. I just feel like
it's made up. I just feel like it's made up. I don't know. I'm not believing it.
Okay, so let's move on to the next date. Another one of my dream dates. Horses.
This is your dream date.
Hello. I literally was like, sign me up, please.
Yeah, I was like, this is a very beautiful date. Like the scenery was amazing. Like they're like kissing on this sunrise or whatever on the beach, and I'm like, wow.
Well, that's where they film Lord of the Rings is New Zealand because it's like stunning.
True. And I feel like Grant is growing on me. Yeah. This is Grant.
This is Grant. Wait, did we say who got the group date? Did she give a group date, Rose?
She didn't. I think she was like, I don't want
Austin
to.
went home. But then Devin won the like farmer of the day.
Yes. Okay, sorry. I just needed that little moment. Anyways, Grant, the horses. Great.
Yeah, I was just saying he's becoming more attractive to me like the more I look at him.
I'm indifferent.
Just from his personality.
I could go either way. I have no opinions really on.
I just think he's a sweet guy. He seems like a really sweet guy.
You know how I feel about Grant. I love him. I love Grant.
Yeah, and he kind of did the same thing with the trauma dumping, where he had to throw his dad under the bus and talk about his dad is an alcohol issues.
Oh my God.
And that he's just now 3 months sober. And it's like, dang, that's like 3 months is not very long for you to be talking about him in the public like this. I hope he's doing fine right now.
And also, here we go, Jen. I'm sorry, here she goes talking about her ex again. Who is her ex? She goes with the ex again, talking about how horrible her ex was, how she keeps putting things, and then it kind of paints the end of this episode. This narrative starts where she
is this on the one-on-one date? I'm confused.
Yeah, she kind of mentions like, I put my energy in this guy that didn't give me it back. And she's like,
was she relating that to his dad?
I think I think that he talked about the dad, and then she went.
Oh wait, no, his dad was also. I mean, her dad was also out of the picture too. I think that's what she was talking about.
Yeah, so I think she like related that, and then she started talking about the ex again. So we hear more about this toxic ex. That's why I'm like, here we go with the ex again. Like
who is this man? Someone please expose him.
That's what I'm saying. Who is this man? And then they have like a great evening, and then all of a sudden, Grant's like fully like that's.
He's like, I'm falling in love, right?
He's fully like telling the men. He like sat the men down
crying.
And told them. Which I honestly. That?
He cried outside with
No, I know. I'm just saying like what like I don't know what to think of that. Like I don't know if this is real, if we're just feeling in the moment, like
probably in the moment. It's like the way that they brainwash these people when they're on this show and put them in such a tight bubble to make them only think about Jenn, it's crazy.
Yes.
Well, I was going to say, we can all relate. When you live in a bubble like that, like on the ship or whatever, you go a little cuckoo because your whole world is like, and they don't have social media. They don't have any of that. So when you hyper focus, like you do, I mean, we all know, on that ship, I went a little crazy. I'll say it.
No, and I can agree with it. I mean, I think we talked about this. We've talked about this multiple times. How these reality TV shows they really isolate you and they put you. You don't have anything else. At least we got a little taste of that on the ship, but we even had our phones. So like, imagine that to that degree, and that's all you do and talk about. And
do you girls know though? Is it actually like they've been there 5 weeks? Because on Drag Race, they like lie and they're like, it's another week, but it's like 2 days later. Is this fully like, 5 weeks? Or
I don't think it's actually 5 weeks. I remember someone was talking about this, but it might be like 5 days. You know what I mean? And
so they still have, they've been there a couple weeks.
But
to have
yeah, it's at least like a 2 months of filming, I think.
Yeah, because you have one date is a full day. Like that's a full day that the guy gets. So that's 2 days right there.
Okay, so yeah, each episode's like 3 to 5 days.
And then there's probably a day in between, and then the group date, and then the cocktail part. So it's probably 5 days. You probably have one day kind of off. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know anything. I'm just.
And I mean, I'll say, do they always kiss like right away? Because Jenn be kissing all these boys.
They're all.
Is this normal?
Yeah,
I mean, kind of. Like, it used to be a thing. Like, it used to be really rare. Like, I guess if you haven't seen it, I haven't watched in 10 years. A while.
I feel like it's like that in the first episode.
Yeah. Do they still do 2-on-1s or no?
They do.
It kind of depends, but they've been doing it lately.
I'd love a Devin Myrtle 2-on-1, please.
I don't think. I think they tend to do that more on The Bachelor than they do on The Bachelorette. But it has happened on The Bachelorette, but I do think they tend to do it a little bit more because the women are.
I mean, they did it on Charity season, but it was literally with Tanner and that one blonde guy who was super annoying. Charity like they had no beef against each other, but they just did a 2-on-1 anyway.
Yeah, I think they have learned their lesson. You don't need to force that. That situation will arise, and you'll know when to do it. But yeah, I don't know. Going back, I think, yes, they're very isolated. Grant definitely was feeling in the moment. I believe that was his truth in the moment, but I don't know if it's his real truth, if you know what I mean. You know,
absolutely.
Speak that.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. So at the cocktail party, nothing was of note. They didn't really, did they even have a cocktail party?
No, I wrote down no cocktail party. What?
Yeah. Another no cocktail party because
she kind of knew.
Right? Yeah.
Like they're down to how many guys now? Like 9, 8?
Yeah, so she only sent Dylan, our med.
I think there's 7 left.
I did love Dylan.
Loved him. He was great. I
will say,
also is 24.
Her stylist is like not great, but she looks amazing in purple. I love that color on her.
I did like her little horse outfit though.
Really?
Was cute.
No, it was giving me like Pinterest scroll from like 2015. Like the girl that's
a horse rider outfit, no?
Yeah, but to me that was just too cliche. I want them all to have stylists. All these men, their stylist is terrible. What's his name? The guy that I like, Jonathon. He wears white socks all the time with his dress clothes. I'm like, enough of the black shoes with white socks. What is this, Michael Jackson? I can't.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't been styling Jenn that well. I don't think, but I'm never that impressed with how people look. I think the only person that looked really good most of the time was Gabby. I think that's the last person that looked really great on her season.
Yeah, that's just because it's Gabby.
And poor Rachel did not look great.
But I will say, I'm glad Dylan went home because he was complaining on that date, like, I don't want to get dirty with the sheep. Like, oh,
that would have been me too.
Whitney, have you not heard people go to spas for like mud baths? Please.
Okay, but then I asked for that. I didn't ask.
Eleni was the mud wrestling champ at Argonaut College.
Thank you.
So we have Jonathon, Jeremy, Grant, Devin, Sam M, Spencer, and Marcus. I think that's it.
Yeah.
So there's 6.
That's 7.
And we're technically like in the middle of it still. Like we're not, we have another.
Oh, I mean, what we have, I feel like she's either going to eliminate 3 people next episode or 2. And then have 1 before hometowns.
I just feel like that would be weird if they, I don't know. We'll see. I think also
I'm ready for these men to go. I'm ready for this season to end. I'll say it. I'm not that invested.
I know. I just think in this teaser, they make everyone look so emotionally unavailable. Even like Devin, like it was just a weird teaser for me. I was like, what are they building this up to be? And I think that's kind of the narrative that we're going in, at least for next week, about how she feels like she keeps putting her energy in things and people aren't there. I don't know if this started because of Austin leaving. I don't know why she feels like this. She has a lot of men that really do. I mean, Grant is about to drop on one knee after the first date. But is it real? And is it lasting?
Okay, so who do you think is going to hometowns? I think it's going to be Grant,
well, Devin, obviously.
Devin, Jonathon, and I'm going to say Marcus.
Oh, you don't think Myrtle's going to make it anymore?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think Myrtle's going to get it over
Myrtle
Grant.
And Marcus are kind of
my.
You don't think Grant's going to stay? I feel like Grant's going to stay.
I don't see it because she has the super sexual energy with Myrtle. She has the like flirty, almost like sibling thing. It's like kind of like picks on with Devin. It's like this weird like I don't know.
I think that it's going to be a 2-on-1 with Sam and Devin before hometowns.
I love that.
And whoever wins, which I think it's Devin, will go.
Yeah, I think it is. I think there has to be a 2-on-1 soon. If there is going to be a 2-on-1, obviously it's going to be Devin and Myrtle.
But I will say, based on the editing, I like Devin, but I feel like I probably was Sam M in certain environments, like on the ship, when you're in the bubble and people just annoy you and they just have a personality that is like extra AF and they're like not reading the room. You're like, bro, shut up. I don't like Myrtle, but I can see myself being
I
Myrtle.
can definitely I can see myself being annoyed by Devin, but I wouldn't respond the way that Myrtle has been responding.
Well, I'm not going to be like, oh, let's go outside and fight.
Yeah.
What is this? Who does that?
He didn't say his quote this episode.
He didn't. Thank God. Maybe there were enough of it. What is it? I've already forgotten. Thank God.
Keep the main thing.
Why'd you tell me?
I can't.
Sorry.
God, it's too much.
I feel like the teaser also gave away a little bit because obviously Devin. But I think I already knew Devin was going to go to hometowns. I do see now. I don't think it's going to be Myrtle and Devin, so I'm definitely taking Myrtle out of hometowns personally. I'm a little sus to see what's going to happen with like Spencer. I'm wondering if we're going to see something that's going to take him to hometowns. I'm like question mark over Spencer because she loves that.
Possibly.
I don't like Spencer.
Jeremy, Devin, Grant.
You think Jeremy's going to hometowns?
Yes, dude. I'm telling you.
What show is Eleni watching?
I'm telling you.
Not the same one we're watching.
Okay. Y'all call me crazy. That's what I'm saying.
You want him to come to your hometown, okay?
Okay.
No, I don't want him to go to hometown so he can come to my hometown. Okay, these are my takes. You can't hate me for them. This is just what I'm going to say.
Look, Jeremy's got to step up.
I'm going to laugh at all y'all's faces. I'm going to laugh. Y'all all owe me something when he's in hometowns.
If he has a good date next week, then maybe I will think he goes to hometowns. But he just hasn't.
Oh, now you turn it around. Come on over, Whitney.
I mean,
get on that.
He's patting her head, and she's not mad at it. So maybe
he loves foreheads.
But she called it out like 3 times, and I'm like, read the room. Yeah, she said it like twice. Okay, twice. I'm exaggerating. Okay.
She's like, why are you patting my head?
Okay, maybe then.
It was just like, who does that though? I would never be like, I don't get it.
I'm not. You can't touch my hair.
I think Jeremy's going to be a hometown. I think Devin's going to be a hometown. And I'm going to say Grant and I'm going to say Jonathon. I don't know. I'm just going to say.
Who am I for? Mine are Myrtle, Devin, Marcus, Jonathon?
Okay.
I think so.
You took Grant out.
I would love to see Myrtle's hometown because I want to see what they're gonna make Myrtle Beach seem so nice.
He's not gonna make it. Okay, Whitney, wait, what was your hometowns?
I said Devin, Grant, Jonathon, and Marcus.
Okay, ours are kind of similar. We just differ with the Jeremy. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's on par.
Enough of the Jeremy. Please. You have to think logically.
Watch him win. I'm going to laugh so hard in all of y'all's faces. I'm going to be like...
But also, am I delusional? Some of these men are like 27, 28. They look 35. Yeah. I'm like, put some skincare, please. Like, where is their routine? They're like, not shaming, but like their wrinkles and all. I'm like, y'all look...
about Jeremy.
Okay. You know, if you're going to put a name to it...
Yeah.
I was trying to be polite, but
he has a lot though right there. So it's
he's got a lot of canvas. And
guys, stop. I love Jeremy. I love him.
I don't love any of these men. Like honestly, I don't love Jonathon is my type. I actually don't
love any of these guys.
No.
It's very slim pickings. We gotta
You're grasping at straws here. Yeah.
If it was these men in a room or a bear, I'm choosing the bear.
And you heard it here on Reality Show Girls featuring
I said it. I said what I said.
That's it, right? We made it through.
We made it through. 2 minutes to spare.
I want to say one more thing really quickly.
What's that?
About how they're painting this narrative. I'm going to just guess something about the end, and you guys can call me crazy. But I think you guys aren't going to think I'm crazy because this is what they're painting. 2 things. She doesn't end up with anyone, which we know that's probably not going to happen because they're hitting home on that too much.
Yeah.
2, she's like, I'm not going to let you propose. Do we think Jenn is going to propose to her man?
I did have that theory, but I don't think she has that like dominant personality to do that.
Okay, I'm just saying. I think
she's
that's
already
what
tiny enough. She has to get down on one knee too. She'll be so tiny.
I just think that's what they're kind of painting. I don't know. That's what I read.
I had that thought.
Yeah,
you didn't have that thought.
I didn't really pay attention to the end. I'll be honest, but based off what you just told me, like what I thought you were going to say, I thought you were going to say that she's going to be like, I actually don't want to get engaged yet. I just want us to be together.
Well, I don't think that's going to happen because of what we saw. Because what we saw at the very end was her saying, "I don't want you to propose." Along the lines. That's not a.
That's why I'm like, I don't want you to propose. I just want to see where this goes.
Do you think they would show that though?
I mean, Matt did that. Matt did that on his season with Rachel.
Yeah, but I don't know if they showed that in the teaser.
I don't know if it matters if it's in the teaser or not. You know what I mean?
I guess not. I don't know.
I truly don't know. I mean, I just need this season to be better. That's all I'm going to say.
We hope for better days. And
it's not the best.
It's not giving Joey.
I'm putting the theory out that she does end up with someone, though. I think I'm going to go against what they keep painting.
I think she does, but I did also listen to her on Nick Viall's podcast, and she just wasn't very hype about any of these men, but she kind of has to play it cool so she doesn't give it away.
It's hard to read with these interviews. I agree, but I do think she's with someone currently. I think so.
I hope
Engaged
so.
or not, she's with someone.
I hope someone's with her and told her that they love her, because I guess she hasn't heard that.
Jesus.
Anyway, with all that being said, that's it. Oh my God, Kevin, thank you so much for being with us. It's been a chaotic episode.
Thank you for
but I
having
loved
me.
it.
I'm free whenever. A quick shout out to Cowboy Surfer. That's it.
Okay, that's enough.
Enough with the shout outs. I don't know what you think this is.
Way too many shout outs.
Listen, I have fans, girls. My fans are going to come to this pod and then become your
Tell
fans.
the fans, if the fans listen all the way through to hear this shout out, then fine.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, if you're my friend and you listen to this, code word is bubblegum. Okay?
Oh,
put it in the comments.
Comment on the podcast bubblegum. Okay?
If you've listened to the end. Okay.
All right,
guys.
and that's been Reality Show Girls.
Wow, look at him doing our outro for us.
Follow, stream, subscribe, give us the comments.
It's perfect. Thank you, Kevin. Okay, guys. It's time to go. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.